Right now, Denver police are asking for help after two people were found dead in a shelter for the unhoused. The bodies of a man and a woman were found in a room at the former Doubletree Inn on Quebec, just south of I-70. The city started using the old hotel to house those experiencing homelessness late last year. So far, Denver police haven't said much about the case, including how the two died. They also have not made any arrests or announced any suspects. A statement from the city of Denver says the mayor is aware of this incident and is working with police to get some more information. In the meantime, if you have any information, you're asked to call police or Crime Stoppers at 720-913-STOP. New this morning, Denver police has another shooting to investigate, this one from overnight. They found one man shot off of North Broadway and East Ellsworth. Police haven't said much about this case either, including how the victim is doing. They also don't have any information to share just yet about a suspect. Anyone with information is asked to call Denver police.
Right now, a live look at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., where lawmakers are running up on yet another critical funding deadline. Now, if they can't make a deal by Friday, several critical departments face a partial shutdown. Right now, negotiators are trying to hammer out deals on 6 bills. If they can't, funding will stop for federal agencies, including Homeland Security, Defense, and Education. That means some of those employees, like those in Homeland and Defense, would work without pay till the shutdown ends. Others face furlough. This is the 5th time since September lawmakers are up against a funding deadline. The last few times they have passed stopgap bills just in time. Now, that shutdown deadline is also the last day for Colorado Republican Ken Buc. He is resigning from his role in Colorado's 4th Congressional District effective this Friday. Buc had previously announced last November he would not run for re-election this year. He decided last week not to finish out his term. A special election will be held on June 25th for the remainder of Buc's term. That's the same day as the congressional primary election. In a heavily Republican district, voters will decide Buc's temporary replacement while also nominating his likely permanent successor.
New this morning, Russian President Vladimir Putin has secured a 5th term in power. Russia's election commission said he received, quote, an overwhelming number of votes. The election's outcome isn't a surprise. Putin only faced token challengers and harshly suppressed opposition voices. The election didn't come without protests, though, both in Russia and around the world. Protests were held at polling stations on the final day of voting. Some were supporters of the late opposition leader Alexei Navalny. It's what he had urged before his sudden death. Now, in several polling places, dye was actually poured into ballot boxes to ruin paper votes already cast. Several voting centers in Russia were also hit with arson attacks. More protests were held outside of Russian embassies worldwide, including in London and in Washington, D.C. New this morning, the U.S. has concerns over civilian safety in Gaza, and Israel's prime minister is doubling down on a vow to invade Rafah in western Gaza. He has promised to evacuate more than 1 million civilians there, but U.S. officials say they're skeptical. Meanwhile, President Biden is calling again for a ceasefire. And despite talks over the weekend, Israel and Hamas are no closer to coming to an agreement.
Right now, people in Ohio are starting the process of rebuilding after an EF3 tornado killed at least 3 people. People in Lakeview are assessing the damage the storm left behind to their homes and businesses. Lakeview is northwest of Columbus. The storms moved through central Ohio last Thursday night, leading to reports of heavy damage in a half-dozen communities. Right now, thousands of people still have no power, but despite the loss, people living in those communities are thankful for the help.
You've got people everywhere coming through asking if you need food and water or anything. And I mean, there's just so many people around that's trying to help.
This Indian Lake community will come back. And that's the message I got from everybody. We will be back. We are coming back.
Always thankful to see the big hearts out there. Rescue crews have wrapped up their efforts, saying there were no other reported injuries or deaths outside of the 3 already reported.
When it first started the plowing process, it was just falling too fast. We were getting 3 inches an hour at times, and you can't keep up with that when you have 148 miles of road. If you think about it, 148 miles is like from here to Pueblo, so it's very difficult.
Here in Colorado, Gilpin County is still trying to dig out from the snowstorm last Thursday. Some parts of that area saw more than 5 feet of snowfall. Right now, Gilpin County is under an extended local disaster declaration. The county commission voted Sunday to extend it a few more days to unlock more money from the state to clean up what remains from the snowstorm. Our Courtney Yoon will join us live at 6:30 with the story of a man who was stuck in his home for days after the snow.
Well, we had all that snow last week, and of course we have spring arriving this week. So what does your first weekend of spring look like? Pretty nice. 65 degrees with a chance for showers on Saturday, but only about a 20% chance. Then a little bit cooler with maybe some rain or snow on Sunday late in the day, high of 55.
Well, you don't have to travel down to Texas anymore to pick up those famed beaver nugget snacks.
That's because Buc-ee's is officially open in Johnstown. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez joins us live from there. Brianna, this is a really big deal. We saw the rush of people in there. There was a huge line this morning.
I am so glad you guys took that shot because it was perfect timing. There was a countdown. You saw the mascot as well. Take a look at this. There is so many people in here. I've heard people have been traveling from Texas to come here and say, hey, I was the first customers at Buc-ee's here in Colorado. I'm actually joined by a Buc-ee's fan. I have Renee here with me. Renee, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So you're in line. What are you waiting for?
I'm probably going to get a brisket breakfast, which I know isn't traditional, but you have to get brisket when you're at Buc-ee's.
Okay, so you're from Denver, and have you been to a Buc-ee's before?
The first Buc-ee's I went to was in Florida, and I couldn't get enough. I was really bummed there wasn't one closer to home. So.
And when you heard the news about this Buc-ee's opening up, what were your thoughts?
Just thrilled. I think it's good for the economy. It's good for the area. It's good to have a little bit of Texas in Colorado.
And I see you have a little Buc-ee's. Are you going to buy this one, or is this from Florida?
I'm going to get this one here, and he's so cute. Look at his hat and his tail. Yeah.
Okay, so what should people get, since you've already been to a Buc-ee's, what should people get when they come here?
The beaver chips right behind you. The beaver chips are good, and the beef jerky.
Okay, so basically I have to try that. Everything here I have to try.
Yeah, you do.
Anything you want to tell people who are coming here for the first time?
Be prepared to spend a while here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Renee.
Appreciate it.
Have a great day. All right, so you guys, we have bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I have to try everything. Right now they're cutting up some brisket I see over there. It is such an exciting time. And Jordan, I know you said that I have to bring you back some beaver nuggets. I have a whole list, so please text me what you guys want. That way I can get it before it's all gone.
All right, careful what you wish for. I can send a long list back to her.
Yeah, send a list for me too. I'm just learning all the things.
Oh, Brianna, looks like a fun time. Thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later this morning.